Hey everyone, welcome to Developers Coffee. So if you're already a fan of K6, you know it's a pretty smooth experience. But what if I told you the brute just got a whole lot better? Today, we're diving into K6 version 1.0, and trust me, this is a milestone release that takes performance testing to a completely new level.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? You push to production, everything seems fine, and then it all just grinds to a halt. This quote just absolutely nails it. Performance issues are those nagging problems that somehow they always seem to pop up when the stakes are highest.
And right here, this is the whole mission behind K6. It's not really just about finding bugs, it's about a total shift in mindset. It's about being proactive, about testing the limits of your system in a safe, controlled way, so you are never, ever caught off guard by a real crisis. Okay, let's dive into the tool itself. You know, in a world full of complex, sometimes really outdated testing software, K6 was built from the ground up with the modern developer with you in mind.
And this comparison, it just hits the nail on the head. So many of us have wrestled with those older tools that feel like relics, right? Clunky GUIs, endless XML files, and a learning curve that's more like a cliff. While K6 is the complete opposite. It's like the espresso shot of performance testing. It's fast, it's efficient because it's written in Go, and your tests are scripted in the JavaScript or TypeScript you already know and love.
So how hard is it to actually get started? You might be surprised. Let's just walk through exactly how quickly you can get your very first test up and running. Seriously, it's literally these 3 steps. You install it with one command using Homebrew or Chocolatey. Then you run K6 new to get a ready-made starter script. And finally, you just execute K6 run, and that's it. Boom, you're performance testing. It really is that simple to take your first sip. But look, a simple test is just the beginning, right? Let's see how this builds into the really powerful types of performance tests that K6 excels at. The ones that let you simulate all kinds of crazy real-world conditions. First, we've got to understand the concept of virtual users, or VUs. This is the absolute core of any load test. To put it simply, VUs are the number of parallel users hitting your application. The more VUs you have, the more customers you have trying to get into your digital coffee shop all at once. And what do all those customers care about? Latency. This is just the time it takes from making a request to getting that response back. In our little analogy, it's the wait between ordering your coffee and actually getting that warm cup in your hand. And obviously, the shorter, the better. All right, now for the tests themselves. First up is the load test. This is kind of your bread and butter. It answers the simple question, can our application handle a typical day? It just simulates your normal, expected workload to make sure everything's running smoothly without breaking a sweat. Then you have its more aggressive cousin, the stress test. This is where you intentionally push your system way beyond its limits. And the goal here isn't just to see if it breaks, but to find out how it breaks, and just as important, how gracefully it recovers afterwards. Now, beyond just handling a steady load, you gotta test for different kinds of pressure. The spike test simulates a sudden, massive rush of traffic. You know, think about getting featured on the front page of Hacker News. Can your system handle that instantaneous, overwhelming flood of users without just falling over? And finally, there's the soak test. This one's a marathon, not a sprint. You run a sustained average load, but you do it over a really long time. We're talking hours or maybe even days. This is how you uncover those subtle, creeping issues like memory leaks that only show up over time. So with all that power, what makes this version 1.0 release such a huge deal? Well, after more than 8 years of development, this release marks K6 evolution from just a great tool into a truly mature, stable framework you can build on for the long haul. This new v1.0 brew comes with 4 major upgrades. You get rock-solid stability with semantic versioning, that long-awaited native TypeScript support, incredibly simple extension support, and a completely redesigned test summary that gives you way clearer insights. So the first major upgrade is all about predictability. With semantic versioning, or SemVer, you get no more surprise-breaking changes in minor updates. You can build your test suites with confidence, knowing every major version is going to be supported with critical fixes for at least 2 years. It's peace of mind. And for many of you, I know this is the headliner, native TypeScript support. This was one of the most requested features, and it is an absolute game changer. You get full type safety, you get autocompletion, which leads to cleaner, much more maintainable tests. You can even reuse your existing TypeScript code directly. It's awesome. Now check this out. The simplicity here is what's really amazing.
Using extensions used to involve custom builds and, frankly, a lot of hassle. And now, it's just a simple import statement. You want to generate some fake data? Just import faker from k6/x/faker. It means you can build more realistic, comprehensive tests in a fraction of the time with zero extra tooling. And finally, the end of test summary got a major overhaul. The old one, let's be honest, it could be a bit noisy. The new one is compact and insightful right out of the box, with hierarchical grouping and metrics broken down by scenario. And hey, if you ever need more detail, you can still get the full, deep breakdown. So with all these updates, K6 v1.0 really isn't just another iteration, it's a foundation. It makes performance testing more accessible, more predictable, and more developer-friendly than it has ever been before. You know, this quote from the source material just sums it up perfectly. The core ease of use that we all love is still there, but now it's paired with the precision and the power of a professional-grade tool. It's a truly significant upgrade for the whole community.
And that really brings us to the final question for you. Whether you're simulating 10 users or 100,000, tools like K6 give you the power to find out for sure. The only question left is, are you ready to start brewing?